can walk around looking cool, dealing with the so-called white man out here in Soda City, doing whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, you're going to go back to being a slave and at the bottom of the barrel in society, period. See? Our people don't want to hear that. They don't like to hear that. That's why man's ready to walk off down. You understand? You see that? Our people don't want to hear nothing about liberation. Nothing about being on top of society. Our people don't want to hear nothing about knowledge of self. Right. Because we're good slaves here in America. What is your nationality? See that? That's why we're here, right? We're here to show you that you are the Israelites according to the Bible. Now your question should be, how do we prove that? How do we know that you are the Israelites? How do you think we know? Information like that's out there, they give us information. You know what our source of the information is? It's right here in this Bible. Right. That's how we can prove to you everything Officer was saying, that you, the so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans, are the Israelites. We can prove it based off of the prophecies that's written in this Bible. Give me Isaiah 34 verse 16 real quick. And that's our job to show you that. You understand that? Because think about it. Is our history, where's our history written at? Where can we find the history of the black man prior to slavery? Do they teach you that in school? No. So who was the black man before slavery? That was always a question that I had. I was like, yo, okay, I get it. We were slaves. We came over on slave ships, right? Or some of the Native Americans, they was here, but the Christopher Columbus and the so-called white man and the Spanish, they conquered them, right? Right. That's why they celebrate Thanksgiving. We know that history, right? Right. But then who were we before? What were the people that was conquered, whether it was on the west coast of Africa or here in America? Who were they? Nobody knows, right? Read that.
Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
It says, the Bible says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read, right? Read.
No one of these shall fail.
It says no one of these prophecies that are written in this Bible is going to fail. Right. Going to fail. The Bible is a book of prophecies. Read.
None shall want her mate.
And you're not going to want to mate it with the Quran, the Gilgamesh book of epics, whatever that is. No other book can tell you your history but this Bible. Right. You understand that? But you don't believe it yet. Do you believe that? You can't believe. We didn't show you nothing yet. Right? So what do you believe in if you don't see it? You, especially you, so-called black man. Because the Most High is using you.
That's right.
You are the warrior that the Most High needs to stand up, because the so-called black man is asleep right now. See? He's laying docile and dormant, and he's sitting there submissive to his women. Right. And to the so-called white man. So you, out of all people, need to be paying attention to what the hell's going on. Right. Because the Most High is calling you to come back and take your rightful place as a ruler on this earth. Right. Do you believe that? The black man is the strongest, the smartest, the greatest creature ever created by the Most High God. That's right. And that's why you're the one under attack. That's why the so-called white man puts our woman over you. Right. He made sure that you were whipped and put to death and put her in charge. Supervisors, managers, if you work in a warehouse, who are the ones giving you the orders? Right. It's the black woman. That's right. While the black man sits there and have to deal with all that nonsense. See? So you of all people need to be paying attention. Read that again.
Excuse me. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. Why? For my mouth it have commanded.
The Bible is a book that was commanded by the Most High God. These are words of God coming out. Read.
And his spirit it have gathered them.
And the Most High Spirit gathered the men and the books together for you to read in these last days. We went over the false image of Christ a little bit, right? But let's show you your nationality in the Bible. Give me the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Because this is how we prove it. And this is how you're going to prove it. The next time somebody asks you what your nationality is, you're going to say, I'm a prince that have power with God. You're going to say, I'm a princess. Because I didn't focus on him to exclude you, sis. What I'm telling you is, we all are the nation of Israel. Right. he's been under attack. And you were attacked and destroyed and used to be a tool by the oppressor to keep him in line and to keep him out of where he's supposed to be. You understand that? So the Most High now is calling him. Give me that in Ezekiel.
Ezekiel chapter 34 and verse 31.
Bring it out.
And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men.
Are what?
Are men.
The flock of the Most High's pastures are men. You understand? Not saying that the women are irrelevant, because the women are definitely relevant. The women are here to guide the men and to, not to guide the men, but to assist the man and be a helper that is meet for the man. Right. In rulership over all the nations on the earth. So our job now, give me Deuteronomy 28. Read verse 68 real quick, because we mentioned how the black man got over here, right? How did the so-called black man get here? You. What's your name again? William. You, William. How did the so-called black man get to America? Slave ships, right? Predominantly, because some would say that the black man was already here, right? But is slave ships in the Bible? Is our captivity in the Bible, sis? You're not sure, right? You're not supposed to be sure, because this has never been taught to you. The Bible has never been taught correctly to you. But we're going to read that to you now. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there he shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen,
for slave men,
and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So now the Bible read that the Lord shall bring the children of Israel into Egypt again with ships, right? So what is that Egypt? We're going to go back over it in a second. So what is Egypt synonymous with? What word, do you know the Bible at all? The children of Israel, Moses' people, what were they in Egypt? William. When Moses said, let my people go, they were slaves in Egypt. All right, since we really don't have the history of the Bible, the children of Israel were slaves in Egypt. Read that.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
He says, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Read.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. Right. So Egypt and bondage, what is that synonymous with? Slavery, right? That's right. Slavery. So now go back to Deuteronomy 28. How y'all doing, family? Come a little closer. We're going over the children. Is slavery in the Bible? Of course it is, right? Read. Hold on, William. If William, he'll be ready to leave for a minute. He keeps giving sister side eye like, yo, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna tell you something. I get it. You can leave anytime you want to. We're not holding you captive. But the whole thing is, if you do leave without understanding who you are according to the Bible and who God ordained the so-called black man and woman to be, guess what's gonna happen, William? You're going to remain a slave, and you're not going to be a tool used for the Most High to resurrect your people. Right. It's fine to walk around looking cool, dealing with the so-called white man out here in Soda City, doing whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, you're going to go back to being a slave and at the bottom of the barrel in society, period. Right. Our people don't want to hear that. They don't like to hear that. That's why man's ready to walk off now. You see that? Our people don't want to hear nothing about liberation, nothing about being on top of society. Right. Our people don't want to hear nothing about knowledge of self. Right. Because we're good slaves here in America. That's right. Anything we talk about, they're going to call it hate now. Right. Read that verse again, though.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Bible says the Lord is going to bring the children of Israel into slavery. Somebody get that sign up. It infuriates us, especially us that have been waking up to this truth here, that accept this truth and understand that we are the Israelites according to the Bible, that our people don't want to hear it. Right. Our people rather waste hours of a day playing around with the same people that oppresses you. Right. The same people that's going to shoot your sons, your daughters, you down in the streets next time. The same people you're afraid of when you pass by in your car and you see those blue lights coming on. Right. They're not afraid when they see the blue lights. You are. Right. But you're the same people that's the greatest on the face of this earth. And you can care less. Good slaves, we're happy being slaves. And that has to stop, and it's going to stop. Right. It's going to stop whether you're part of the team or not.
Right.
You understand that? But you must acknowledge that you're the Israelites. Read again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
God is saying he's going to bring the children of Israel into slavery again. Were we slaves? Are we slaves?
Right.
Did this happen to us?
Bring it out.
Yes. Yes, it did.
Right.
And it's still happening.
Right. Come up.
We're so jacked up in the minds that we're afraid to acknowledge the truth. This is the truth right here. Read it again from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
God is going to bring the children into slavery again where?
With ships.
On cargo ships. That's your history in the Bible. That's what happened to us. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And we'll never see our homeland nor the captivity of these Egyptians ever again. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
When we got off the slave ships, what happened to us, William? We'll show you pictures. This is our history right here. This is our sisters on the auction block with our children.
Right.
Sold until the next so-called white man or the next Arab man in slavery. That's us. And we know that's real. Is that real, brother? We know it's real. Read.
For bondmen.
For slave men
and bond women.
and slave women. And guess what? Read.
And no man
No physical man's going to do what?
shall buy you.
No physical man's going to redeem us out of this captivity.
Right.
We're always looking for that next eloquent speaker, that next prominent figure like Martin Luther King, like Malcolm X, like Marcus Garvey, like Denmark Vesey, like all these other black men that stood up and died for their people. They will put to death for their people.
Right.
But were they able to make us a better nation? No. We get worse and worse every single year. The black man basically becomes more degenerate year by year to the point where it's 100 degrees outside and we got a nation of young men called YNs that are wearing hoodies, that are wearing hoodies and masks in 90 to 100 degree weather. How you doing, brother?
Manuel.
Your name is Manuel. What is your nationality, Manuel? You Mexican? But you can go, will you? You can go anytime. But what we're saying is it would profit you to look at that flyer and study more. You understand that? All right. Anyway, Manuel, do you believe, what's your name, bro? Richard. What's your name, sis? Ebony. Do you believe that you and Manuel are brothers?
No.
You believe that?
No.
So the black, what you say?
No,
He
they-
says no.
They are from other families.
it out.
I don't know their family.
You don't know their
They
family?
Bible. I don't know. My father was everywhere.
That's beautiful, Manuel. Hey, y'all come a little closer. Come a little closer real quick. I can barely hear him. Come a little closer. Y'all come on.
My father was Joey, so that might be.
Your father, but guess what, Manuel? What I'm telling you is, we are your brothers. We and Rhino, that's us.
That's right.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
What were they?
Oppressed together.
What were they?
Oppressed together.
Can you acknowledge that the Hispanics are being oppressed here in America? Of course they are. But can you also acknowledge that the so-called black man is being oppressed in America, Manuel? Are the black men? So all of us are oppressed together, right? But he's telling you that the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Right.
You understand that? So guess what that means? That we're all brothers and sisters.
Yes,
we all
right.
went through the same things. I'm going to show you this. Read Deuteronomy 28, verse 32. Let me show you something real quick. And I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask y'all. What's your name? You said
Hector.
Hector. Are you Hispanic, Hector?
I'm Afro-Puerto Rican, baby.
Afro-Puerto Rican. You see that?
Uh-huh.
Exactly,
But I'm still
Manuel.
African at the end of the day. I'm African, though. I mean,
But you notice his reaction?
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of our Northern Kingdom brothers can't really see it. Me no negro, me no slave, right? Because y'all think we slaves. Right.
No, we have some down the coast.
Yet the so-called...
Yeah, there's a lot.
But y'all are brothers. Yet the
Especially
so-called white
Oaxaca.
man took your land and now giving you the boot out of your land.
That's right.
Yet you're no slaves, and you were slaves as well.
Right.
You understand that? That mindset of the Hispanics got to go. The same way the mindsets of the Give me that. Judah shall not vex Ephraim, and Ephraim shall not. You know what I want? Find that. We got to understand it because there's a division between the blacks and Hispanics. Gang warfare, all that, but there shouldn't be, no. But it's a natural division. And you know where that came from? It came from the Bible.
Right.
We've been divided as a nation of people all the way back to after King Solomon's reign, during Rehoboam's reign.
You know?
You understand it? It's written. We're going to read that for you. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 13.
Read.
The envy also of Ephraim shall depart.
Ephraim is the head of the northern kingdom.
Right.
That is the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans. It says the envy of Ephraim shall depart. Read.
And the adversaries of Judah
And the adversaries of Judah what?
shall be cut off.
Shall be cut off. Read.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah.
So that's a prophecy saying that eventually the Hispanics and Native Americans are not going to envy the so-called black man.
Right.
Read.
And Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
And Judah, the so-called black man, is not going to vex the Hispanics any longer. We're going to become one nation after a while, right? Give me that in Ezekiel 37. We're going to prove that to you. This is your history, brothers and sisters. And it's beautiful that we have Hispanic, we have a Hispanic, we have black, and we have a Afro Hispanic right there. Showing you that we are one people. We're the same people, and all of us need this information. You understand that? Read that, Ezekiel 37.
Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 16.
Read.
Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick
Go ahead.
and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel. Then take another stick
He says, then take another stick now. Read.
and write upon it for Joseph the stick of Ephraim, and for all of the house of Israel his companions.
So now he says for Joseph and all of the house of Israel, his companions. Joseph is the leader of the northern kingdom of Israel. So now there's two sticks. One for the southern kingdom, one for the northern kingdom. What's going to happen? Read.
Enjoy them.
And do what?
Enjoy them.
Go ahead.
One to another.
Read.
And to one stick.
Join them one to another unto one stick. That's why we have this sign up here now. It's not just a black movement. It's not just a Hispanic movement. It's for the so-called black Hispanics and the Native Americans. We are the children of God. Read.
And they shall become one in thy hand.
They shall become one in thy hand. Read.
And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou now show us what thou meanest by this?
That's what happens now. The only reason why y'all are standing here is because the Most High put the Spirit on you to listen to the brother that gave you the flyer and said, oh, I want to find out a little bit more. What is this stuff here? You're literally living prophecy right now.
Right.
When your people come to you and ask you, what is this thing right here that y'all are doing? What is this? What does this mean? Read.
Saying to them, thus said the Lord God,
Go ahead.
behold, I will take the stick of Joseph.
I will take the stick of Joseph. That is your Hispanics and Native Americans, your northern kingdom. Read.
Which is in the land of Ephraim,
Go ahead.
and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah,
Even with the stick of Judah. Read.
and make them one stick.
And make them what?
One stick.
Read.
And they shall be one in one mind.
They shall be one and be in one mind. So the same way you came up here, Manuel, and we asked you, are you two brothers and sisters? And you said no, right? But our job is to change that, Manuel.
Right.
To let you understand that. Give me Hosea 1 and verse 10.
You know, watch Jody, so I don't know.
I know you don't. None of us know. We didn't know.
That's right.
Until we took heed. The Most High put the Spirit, because we was out there just like everybody else.
Right.
People look at us and think that we, what do people think when they see us? That we was raised in church and we learned this in church wearing, what they call them, gator shoes or whatever the hell? No, we came from the same elements that our people are in now.
Right.
But the Most High put the Spirit on us to hear this thing and to follow this thing. And the more we learned, guess what happened? The more we understood that we were the children of God and we must change our lives.
That's right.
Regardless to what anyone out here has to say.
Right.
Regardless to what our mothers have to say, our fathers have to say, our cousins, it doesn't matter. Our wife has to say. We follow this because we believe in God. We believe we're the children of God. And the Holy Spirit is moving us to be that and to live that.
That's right.
That's why the vast majority of our people, look at them. Look at our people out here. Not one of them want to stop and take a flyer and listen to the word of God. That's because it's not on them right now. The Spirit ain't dealing with them right now. The Spirit is dealing with you. Right? And that's all God cares about. And you got to understand that. Read that.
Hosea chapter 1 and verse 10.
Read.
Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea,
Read.
which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Read.
And it shall come to pass.
It says it shall come to pass. You can't number the children of Israel. What do they do now? They take a census and try to say there's 16 million black people in America, and you can't number us.
Right.
Because we're more than just a black man.
Right.
Why do you think when the Democrats or Republicans want to vote, they try to get the black and the Hispanic votes? Why do you think that? Because they know that we are the sand of the sea, and that we're not really the minority.
Right.
But they keep us divided, so that makes us the minority. How the hell can we be the minority when they came over here?
Right. Come on.
They came over here.
Come on.
You understand that? Read.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
Where's that place at? Where they tell you that you are a Mexican, or they tell you that you're a black, an African American, a Negro. What else are you? Colored? All these things. Where's that place? Where's that place where they call you Mexican? Right here. Because trust me, when Christopher Columbus and all of conquistadors came over here, you was not Mexican, brother.
Right.
You was not a Mexican. When you were brought over on those slave ships, you were not an African American.
That's right.
That term was coined in the 80s.
Right.
How the hell can you be that? So where in that place are they telling you you're not God's chosen people though? Where? Somebody say it. Right here in America. Right there in Mexico. North, Central, and South America, right? Is that true? Read that again, in the place.
Ye are not, let's say, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
So in that same place where the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man has said that you are not God's chosen people. Look at the brother scoffing. That's how people think. People sit there and laugh at the fact that we tell you, black man and Hispanic man, that you're God's chosen people and nobody else is.
That's right.
They scoff at that thing.
Right.
They can't believe it.
Right.
You should be upset about that.
Right.
You should be upset at the fact that people mock you when you're told that you're greater than just a Negro or an African American.
Right.
That God is for you and He is your God and only yours.
That's right.
That should piss you off.
Right.
It pisses them off when they hear it.
Well, I tell people, I'm getting my doctorate in anthropology, and I mean, for science-wise, Africa is the cradle of civilization.
It is.
Botswana's where the human erectus, walk upright. I mean, Africa is the cradle of civilization.
Right. But they want you to accept the fact. They want you to learn from their science.
Right.
Right.
They want you to say that we all came from monkeys and that we all evolved.
Right.
Then why the hell didn't a monkey evolve from being a monkey then?
Right.
No, God created all the animals. He created all the human race, and He separated the human race by nation. And He chose one nation to be His people.
That's
and
right.
that is you, so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans.
Right.
That should piss you off. You should have seen the way my man was looking when we told you was God's chosen people.
Right.
But our people don't get mad at that.
Right.
And that should be a shame. That's some slave stuff. Talking about, oh, okay, yes, master boss, I'll stay a nigga forever. No, read that, read.
Where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
So the same place where it said you're not God's chosen people, what's going to happen?
There it shall be said unto them,
There is going to be said unto you, what?
ye are the sons of the living God.
You are the sons of the living God.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word.